Good afternoon, everyone. Actually, this is, I think, in August gathering here, and I'm really thankful to Dr. Arun Garg and the management of NIMS who called me here for this interaction with the students. I always call it as an interaction. It should not be one way. So, and I always love to interact with the students. So during my years of pharmaceutical career, that almost I spent 29 years now, I interacted with thousands of students. And one thing in pharmacy profession I always found missing, and that thing is, what are the careers for us? It is a booming industry, but what are the careers? Students are always lost where we are, what we will do after 4 years, and what is there in the bouquet for us. So I was exploring all this, and in 2019, when I took a break from my academic career, I thought of writing a book for my students. So I thought, let me tell the students what is there for you after 4 years. Because career should be crafted, that what you like. It should be according to your choices, and what it comes as a fate, I think it should not be there. So as Dr. Arun Garg just not told that India is in a very good demographic dividend. And if we waste this dividend, I think it will be a disaster for us also. Because in this demographic dividend, we have young population. I can see the people who are in the age of 25 to 35 years of age, that is in India. India is passing through this stage. So when we are passing through this age, then we should make maximum use of this youth. What this youth will be doing after their professional courses. So for this, I think today's lecture, it is on career opportunities in pharmaceutical sciences. And when we start with this, can you please help me with this? Into the first one? Okay. Yeah, I will help. So, careers pharmaceutical in pharmaceutical sciences. Now, during the time of COVID, as I told, so world was looking at India, especially the developments in India, what India is doing at that time. So the world was focusing on India. What was the reason for that? The reason was there was a hope. And what was that hope? That hope was maybe India will bring some vaccine or some medicine to the world. So I think pharmacy has taken a center stage at that time. So it is not exaggerating to say, if I say the economic, the political and the social health of a whole world was dependent upon pharmaceuticals. Only one hope was there, that was of pharmaceutical. So this is the beauty of our profession. So, and it was realized during the time of COVID that this profession, which I always say, that this profession is little bit sidelined. When we see doctors, when we see medical professions, what do we see? They are always at the front runners. Even during the COVID time, what you saw, we were never on the first line of health workers. We were behind the scenes, though we were contributing a lot, but we were behind the scenes. So, what is the reason for that? The reason is, I think, we could not highlight our profession. डॉक्टर तो दवाई देते हैं, डॉक्टर तो डायग्नोज करते हैं, but from where this medicine is coming, nobody bothers. Who makes this medicine? इसकी इम्पोर्टेंस मेरे को लगता है शायद जो हमारे सीनियर्स थे या हमने अपने प्रोफेशन को उस लेवल तक नहीं पहुंचाया कि हम अपने आप को रिकॉग्नाइज कर पाए. तो ये जो सारा हुआ, ये कोविड के टाइम में हुआ. कोविड में फार्मा हैज टेकन ए सेंटर स्टेज और जो फार्मेसी का एक मिसकॉन्सेप्ट क्या है, जो सोसाइटी में मिसकॉन्सेप्ट है, वो ये है, फार्मेसी will end up with the pharmacy shops. I think you will agree with me. You ask any common person, they will tell you, yes, if you are doing pharmacy, you will end up at pharmacy shop. Is it so? You agree with me? Yes. But just see this industry is 55 billion US dollar industry in India. It is contributing to the economy of our country. A major portion of our GDP is by pharmacy industry. So this is the role we are playing as pharmacists. I think in today's session, first you should know that where are the opportunities for me. When we ask about this question to ourselves, question comes, what Indian pharmaceutical industry is doing? Half of the people are not knowing what our industry is doing and where are the jobs. So if you ask any student, what you will do after 4 years, the answer is very common. I will go to R&D, I will go to manufacturing, or maximum drug inspectors. That everybody knows. And beyond that, I think students are not aware of that whatever this booming pharmacy industry is doing. So in today's session, I will tell you that what are the opportunities here, so that you can choose your career. So it should have you should have the choice according to your personality, your strength. Everybody is not the same. So everybody have their own choices, so that you can craft your way after 4 years, because this you will take almost your active years of your life, that is 40 years you will be working in that field. So I must work in that field which I like. So I will demonstrate you the presence of Indian pharmaceutical industry, and my lecture will be mostly focused on what Indian pharma is doing. So that you will have choices and you will get a glimpse of Indian pharmaceutical industry. So starting with this, I will take you a little back. I will take you to the historical perspective of our profession. How this profession started. Because so many students, they are not able to answer what pharmaceutical sciences is, what we are doing. If I go back to history, in history what happened? Actually, everybody knows physicians used to prescribe and pharmacists used to dispense. So this was the role. If we use say वैद in India, हम वैद बोलते थे उनको, और doctors in Western countries, what they used to do? So they used to treat the patient with traditional medicine. ना जो हमारा आयुर्वेद है, we used to treat with traditional medicine. तो जैसे जैसे रिलायबिलिटी ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन पे इंक्रीज होती गई, तो ये दो लाइंस सेपरेट होती गई. So the patient care, diagnosis, treatment, it was taken up by the physicians. उन्होंने ये रोल ले लिया. फिर फार्मासिस्ट ने क्या रोल लिया? फार्मासिस्ट ने लिया डिस्पेंसिंग का रोल, preparation, collection, preparation and dispensing. So this role was taken by pharmacists. फिर slowly क्या हुआ? With the advent of science, क्योंकि साइंस भी आगे बढ़ रही थी. उस साइंस जब आगे बढ़ रही थी तो सब रोल स्पेशलाइज्ड होने शुरू हो गए, और उसके साथ साथ क्या हुआ? साइंटिफिक एविडेंस आने शुरू हो गए. स्टडी ऑफ एनाटॉमी, स्टडी ऑफ फिजियोलॉजी, डिजीज कैसे होती है, डिजीज की प्रोग्रेशन कैसे होती है, दीज केम इनटू एस्पेक्ट. और हमेशा दो स्कूल ऑफ थॉट होते हैं. कभी भी कोई चीज चल रही है, इट इज नॉट सिंगल हैंडेडली. देयर आर डिफरेंट स्कूल ऑफ थॉट. एट दैट टाइम one more school was there, that was of synthetic chemistry. ये जो synthetic chemistry का स्कूल था, इसकी एक serendipity हुई, एक discovery हुई, that was penicillin. Everybody knows Alexander Fleming, he gave penicillin. और उस penicillin की जो discovery हुई, उसने एक नई साइंस को खड़ा कर दिया, that was known as synthetic, to treat diseases with the chemical compounds. तो वो जो डिस्कवरी थी, उसमें स्लोली मॉडिफिकेशन आके एक नई साइंस डेवलप हो गई, जो आज की डेट में फार्मास्यूटिकल साइंस है. तो फार्मास्यूटिकल साइंस जो आज की डेट में जिसको हम कंसिडर करते हैं, जो हमारी इंडस्ट्री है, वो टू ट्रीट डिसीजेस विद द synthesized compound. So this is the strength of the chemistry in pharmaceutical sciences. जो एक ब्रांच जिसमें स्टूडेंट नहीं आ रहे, जिसमें स्टूडेंट नहीं इंटरेस्ट ले रहे, actually that branch is holding the thread of pharmaceutical chemistry. So this is the strength of our pharmaceutical sciences, and it is mostly based upon the synthetic compounds. जब ये सारा हो गया, then very big companies, I am not talking about India at that time, I am talking about 1900s. So very big companies like Merck, Roche, Boots India Limited, so they started researching on the compounds. They started the synthesis of the compounds, and they started their plants, their manufacturing plants, and it led to the advent of the science that is known as pharmaceutical science. So now, what Indian pharmaceutical, what we are doing? So actually, job opportunities has nothing to do with if you don't know what our profession is doing. So if you see what India is doing, I will take a small case study. Case study means what developed nations are doing. When I call about developed nation, I am talking about US, I am talking about Europe, I am talking about Japan. These are the developed nations. So what we are doing and what India is doing, how we are different from these nations. जो ड्रग US में है, क्या वो ड्रग इंडिया में सेम है? पहले तो आपको ये पता होना चाहिए कि इंडियन फार्मास्यूटिकल की स्ट्रेंथ क्या है. Just now sir told that during this corona time period, India was called as pharmacy bowl of the world. So why it is pharmacy bowl? What US is doing? Are we doing the same thing? So I will explain you in 2-3 slides what India is doing. So you can decide about your career if you know what our industry is doing. So if you see, there are certain regulatory agencies. So what regulatory agencies do? So these regulatory agencies, if you see in United States, it is Department of Health and Human Services, that is CDER. It is very important agency, and they give the approval for the drugs. वो जो ड्रग जो मार्केट में आएगी, जो ड्रग पेशेंट तक जानी है, उस ड्रग की अप्रूवल कौन देगा? उस ड्रग की अप्रूवल कौन देगा? एजेंसीज देगी. So in Europe, it is a European Medical Agency. In Japan, it is Japan Pharmaceutical and Medical Devices, and in India, it is CDSCO. India, it is controlled by Indian Center Standardization and Control. It is based in Delhi. Now, this CDSCO actually gave approval to the pharmaceutical companies so that they can market their drug. So this is the important. These are not the watchdogs. ये पुलिसमैन नहीं है. ये एजेंसीज कंट्रोल भी करती है. At the same time, they give advice to the pharmaceutical companies that what treatment hypnosis you have seen in COVID-19. These companies were working with pharmaceutical companies because there was need of medicine at that time. So they give their advice also at the same time. So with the approval of these agencies, actually, you can market, pharmaceutical companies can market the drugs. So next is very, very important. What is new drug product? Excuse me, my throat is little bad today. So it is new drug product. So in new drug product, what you got? What is new drug product in India and what is new drug product in developed countries? हम क्या कर रहे हैं? New drug product means in which NDA is filed. NDA means, who can tell me what is NDA? Anyone? Very good. New drug application. New drug application is filed for the new compound, new drug. Now in countries in US, Japan, mostly the research is on new drug application. They find new drug application. Now what is new drug? Which is altogether new, which is never been used anywhere. For any treatment, drug is not available. So if that drug comes, we call it as a new drug. So there are different categories in new drug. Is India venturing into new drug? You have to see. If you say, I want to go in pure research and development, is India doing that? You should have the answer of this first. Whether we are doing, whether there is job for us. So new drug have different categories. I will take 2-3 categories in this. It is new drug, new chemical entity, and altogether new molecule. It is a synthetic molecule. So the molecule which is there, which is synthesized, and you can just imagine for one molecule, for one drug to come into the market, we need to spend at least 15,000 crore. And after that also drug is not there. So it is, if you see remdesivir in COVID-19, remdesivir was the compound which is new drug. So second is repurposing of drug. Repurposing means to find the different purpose for the drug which is already existing. This is also a new drug because in this new drug application is there. And third is new dosage form. If you change the dosage form, that is also there. If you see these days insulin spray is coming into the market. So this is a new drug again. And new drug combination. Combinations are required in old age patients. They can't handle number of drugs. So in that, combinations are there, and if you see, it is simvastatin and aspirin, which combination is there in the market. So to address the unmet medical needs, we have to go for the new drug. So what these countries are doing, this is case study for developed nations. So they are venturing into, because they have enough funds for their research, they are associated with big companies, and the companies are associated with the Research Institute, and they bring their molecules. So this is the study, this is new drug product, and India is not doing this. India is not doing this. What is the strength of India? So Indian strength is, so what we people are doing. So just see this diagram, this figure, what you can see. Brand name is the drugs which are of the patent companies, and generic means what India is doing. So the compounds which are already research compounds of the multinational companies, जो compounds already हैं, उन compounds को आप वापस market में लेके आ रहे हो, either after the expiry of their patent, उसको हम बोलते हैं generic drugs. So India, the strength of India is in the generic drugs. Our pharmaceutical is generic drugs. So it is of the same quality, same efficacy, same dose, everything same. But what is the then difference between the generic and the brand drugs? The difference is that the safety and the efficacy data of that you don't have to do, because these are already established molecules. These are already established drugs. So what is the beauty? Because for the patent drug, actually they are very, very costly. So to reach millions and millions of people, India has shown its strength in the generic form. So this is our strength, and your job opportunities will be here. So next is, you understood what India is doing? So we are a generic based company. So next is pharmaceutical industrialization. After independence, what India chose? India chose industrialization. So in this industrialization, two types of industries there in India. One is active pharmaceutical industry, that is known as bulk drug industry. And second is your finished formulation. India has two parallel industries. Bulk drug वो होती है API industry, active pharmaceutical industry, जो molecule pharmacological effect दिखाता है और उसकी बाद में dosage form बनती है. India had its strength in bulk drug industry. क्यों इंडिया की स्ट्रेंथ थी? इंडिया की स्ट्रेंथ बिकॉज ऑफ इट्स competency in chemistry. India has such a strong hold on chemistry. If you see Dr. Reddy's, if you see Aurobindo, even Sun Pharma, so we had the hold of active pharmaceutical industry. What happened? This is, I think, in COVID-19. Again, one thing came into picture. What is that? We lost our strength. Though we are the suppliers of active pharmaceutical ingredient, but at the same time, what India realized, अगर आप आजकल की न्यूज़ फॉलो कर रहे हो तो इंडिया इज सेटिंग अप बल्क ड्रग प्लांट्स. हमारा जो कंट्री है, हमारे जो कंट्री की मिशन है, वो इंडिया की फार्मास्यूटिकल इंडस्ट्री को सनराइज सेक्टर में लेके आ रहे हैं. सनराइज का मतलब क्या है? कुछ सेक्टर आइडेंटिफाई किए गए हैं जिसमें फार्मा भी एक है, जो कि एक सस्टेनेबल ग्रोथ देगा कंट्री को. तो अभी गवर्नमेंट ने कुछ स्टेट्स को चूज किया है, यहाँ पे वो अपने बल्क ड्रग प्लांट लगा रहे हैं. ऐसा नहीं है कि हमारी स्ट्रेंथ नहीं है. हमने क्या किया, 90s में आके इंडिया ने अपना फोकस चेंज किया. 90s में जो हमारी स्ट्रेंथ केमिस्ट्री की थी, जो हम वर्ल्ड को सप्लाई कर रहे थे, वी शिफ्टेड टुवर्ड्स द फॉर्मुलेशन इंडस्ट्री. हमने अपनी केमिस्ट्री की इंडस्ट्री को थोड़ा सा, हमारी पॉलिसीज गवर्नमेंट की, तो हम थोड़ा बैकफुट पे ले गए और हमने फॉर्मुलेशन इंडस्ट्री स्टार्ट की. तो जो हमारा एक्टिव फार्मास्यूटिकल इंडस्ट्री थी, अगर आप कोविड में देखते हो, अगर आप न्यूज़ को फॉलो करते हो, तो आपने देखा होगा हमारा सारा रॉ मटेरियल एकदम रुक गया, हमारा API रुक गया था. और फार्मास्यूटिकल इंडस्ट्री के लिए बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज आ गया कि हम तो अपना रॉ मटेरियल ही नहीं है, तो फॉर्मुलेशन क्या करेंगे. तो दिस वाज द चैलेंज. तो इंडियन गवर्नमेंट ने अब रिकॉग्नाइज करके अब फार्मास्यूटिकल इंडस्ट्री को बल्क ड्रग इंडस्ट्री के पार्क बनाने शुरू कर दिए, जिसमें मेरे को लगता है शायद जयपुर भी एक आइडेंटिफाई किया गया. तो ये जो बल्क ड्रग प्लांट बन रहे हैं, ये इंडिया की एक स्ट्रॉन्ग कैपेबिलिटी केमिस्ट्री की है. इंडिया की प्रोसेस केमिस्ट्री में बहुत होल्ड है, इंडिया का सिंथेटिक केमिस्ट्री में बहुत होल्ड है, और इंडिया का फार्मास्यूटिकल टेक्नोलॉजी में, मतलब API को डोजेज फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट करने में बहुत होल्ड है. सो दिस इज द स्ट्रेंथ, दिस इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ इंडियन फार्मास्यूटिकल इंडस्ट्री. सो यू पीपल डोंट गेट बोर्ड. आई थिंक all the students. So whatever I am telling you, that is almost I have spent 25 years for this, to see what pharmaceutical industry is doing. Actually we are on the different phase. ये जो intermixing है अपने फार्मा की इंस्टीट्यूशन की, उसके साथ इंडस्ट्री की, ये बहुत कम है. We go parallel to each other. What industry is doing, we don't know. What academics is doing, they don't know. जब ये नहीं पता होता तो बच्चों को ये नहीं पता चलता हमारे लिए अपॉर्चुनिटीज का. तो दैट इज द रीजन आई एम टेलिंग यू. अपॉर्चुनिटी तो तब पता चलेगी ना जब आपको ये पता होगा हम कर क्या रहे हैं ना. तो इंडियन फार्मास्यूटिकल इंडस्ट्री जो है उसकी दो स्ट्रेंथ है. एक बल्क ड्रग मैन्युफैक्चरिंग की जिसमें API बनाया जाता है, और दूसरा किसका है, फॉर्मुलेशन इंडस्ट्री. So the students who are sleeping, they can, I think, to learn some of the things. So the great Indian growth story. Pharmacy profession में आपने आ तो गए आप प्रोफेशन में, what you will do after 4 years. This is just in your hands. College एक degree दे देगा, but value of that degree is, I think, most challenging in these times. Because so many colleges are there, all are giving degree. So at the end of the day, who matters? It is the student who matters. जिस स्टूडेंट को कुछ पता होगा, इंडस्ट्री उसको ही देगी. Otherwise, this paper won't give you anything. That I assure you. So the Indian growth story, Indian pharmaceutical sector is growing at a rate of 7.6%. देखो हम कितना contribute कर रहे हैं. Second, world pharmaceutical market is $1.1 trillion and India is contributing $55 billion. Just see. Indian skilled workforce डिमांड कितनी ज़्यादा है, और फार्मेसी प्रोफेशनल की डिमांड जो है वो नॉर्मल बीएससी जो है उससे 30% ज़्यादा दिखा रही है. अगर आप स्टैटिस्टिक्स देखो तो इंडिया की स्ट्रेंथ क्या है? इंडिया इज फेवरेट डेस्टिनेशन ऑफ एमएनसी. मल्टीनेशनल कंपनीज इंडिया में आ रही हैं और इंडिया है स्टेट ऑफ आर्ट फैसिलिटी. इतने बढ़िया स्टेट ऑफ आर्ट प्लांट है जो कि यूएस एफडीए से अप्रूव्ड है सारे प्लांट, और वहाँ पे बहुत सारी ड्रग्स बनती हैं जो हम यूरोप, यूएस मार्केट एंड जापान में वी आर सेलिंग दोज ड्रग्स. सो दिस इज द स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ आवर इंडस्ट्री. नाउ कमिंग डाउन टू, सो आई विल फोकस ऑन जेनेरिक ड्रग्स एंड वेयर आर द जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज. सो नाउ दिस जेनेरिक ड्रग, if you see, if you have just listen this story what I told you for 20-25 minutes, what you could guess that you have ample of opportunities. Now those opportunities are there. It is in the industry first. Indian pharmaceutical industry is giving you a very good platform, but you should know what they are doing. So in the industry, where in the industry, it is in manufacturing, it is in marketing, it is in R&D, drug regulatory, pharmacovigilance and patent laws. So second is, I told you about the agencies. Agencies are watchdogs. So वो agencies में आपके लिए jobs हैं. These are the central drug control agencies and all the state drug control agencies and in the research labs. So third is in practice. I told you this practice is coming into picture nowadays. So Indian pharmaceutical जो हमारा syllabus है, that was contemporary with the industry. अगर आप अपना 40 साल की हिस्ट्री देख लो या 50 साल की, हमारा जो सिलेबस था वो सारा इंडस्ट्री ओरिएंटेड था. थर्ड ईयर में आपको इंडस्ट्रियल फार्मेसी लेक्मेल पढ़ाया जाता है. इसका मतलब जो इंडस्ट्री करती है उसको हम पढ़ा रहे थे. बट नाउ द फोकस इज चेंजिंग ड्यू टू ग्लोबलाइजेशन. द रोल ऑफ pharmacists that we realized in COVID-19 also, we were not in the front line. So the role of pharmacy practice is also coming into picture, that our presence is not shown in hospitals and in trading is already there, but in hospitals and in public health. So Form D has been introduced, and this was a reason to bring pharmacist into the front line. And you have never heard of NGOs. NGOs which are working in, your jobs are lying in NGOs which are international NGOs and they are working in India in health sector. If you have listened about this Bill Gates Foundation, they did a marvelous job in AIDS. So that was the center was in India. It was PEPFAR, which Bill Clinton Foundation has done, and they have given huge money to Indian government for this. Then scientific organization is there, policy making is there, different foundations are there, they are working for that. And the most important job is in academics. Who will make these students? This is our job. We as academicians, we have the social responsibility on us. When the students come to institute, it is in the hand of the teachers that they will mold those students. So number of jobs are there. It is not only in teaching, it is in very big think tanks. What these think tanks do? They do a research and then they give their opinions to the government for policy making. We have our jobs here also, but you should know where these are done. So when I talk about manufacturing, I will take little fast. When I think about manufacturing, when I ask any student, what is in manufacturing? Yes, ma'am. We manufacture the drugs. We manufacture the drug. This used to be the answer. But it itself is a, I think there are number of departments which are there in manufacturing which lead to the manufacturing of the drug. If you see, first is production, where drugs are manufactured, and it is always associated with form engineering. In first year, you come with that drafter. So this form engineering is the department. Then quality control, and then quality assurance, and then information technology. So all these departments, they work in tandem with each other. ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हो रही है. मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कैसे होगी? मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के लिए एक स्टोर होगा. स्टोर से क्या रॉ मटेरियल आएगा. रॉ मटेरियल कहाँ जाएंगे? क्वालिटी कंट्रोल में जाएंगे. तो दिस इज ए प्रोसेस. एंड दीज डेज, जैसे सर ने बताया, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस एंड कंप्यूटर्स, they are playing a big role in this, क्योंकि इस डाटा को आपने कहाँ पे रखना है? That is your information technology. So students can get job in information technology also, but you need to see what I need for that. A simple degree of B.Pharm won't give you this job, so you have to do some additional courses with that. And these days, data analyst along with the pharmacy degree, this is, I think, and IT companies are taking students from pharma field. So I'm based in Bangalore. I think Wipro, Infosys, you have jobs there also, but you need to know what they are doing. So when I come to regulatory department, so just see the vastness of this department. Regulatory affairs, what they do. They do the risk assessment. They do the life.
सितारे नजर आ रहे हैं. जो मैडम पढ़ा रही है ना, उसको जरा ध्यान से सुनो.
Duty of senior people. So I think sir has engaged you a lot. So this is the strength of senior faculty. Why you need senior people? This is the experience they have. So they can engage you, they can tell you the tips what are there. So thank you sir for holding these students. And after manufacturing, I was there at the regulatory department. So what is the purpose of showing you this? Because I can't complete the full pharma spectrum in 40 minutes or 1 hour lecture. It is not possible. So it is just to give you a little introduction, and the details you have to see. This is your curiosity to see that what we do in these departments. So it is regulatory department. So what regulatory department does? You should know this, then only you can have option for this. Then pharmacovigilance department, you have in your college, it is monitoring, it is surveillance, it is different centers are there, and Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission is doing a good job in this, and you have seminar also, I came to know. Then intellectual property right, IPR, that what is the invention, what is a new invention, what is the obvious, non-obvious invention, or to find it. So these are the things. Then going to the sales and marketing. When you see the sales and marketing, so this is again it is a big umbrella. Under sales and marketing, both are different also. And you see domestic, international, in-licensing, out-licensing. If you go for an interview and somebody asks you, so people are working these days in market research. So how marketing is different, what these people do. It is not only that we are going for market representative. They have different dimensions in it. So these days a new branch is coming up that is of business analytics. How you project that what will be the coming years will be projecting you about a drug which is there in the market. So business analytics, IT companies are hiring pharmacy professionals for this. And Novartis, I think a few days back they hired pharmacy people for this. Then market research is there, pricing, how to set the pricing. Pricing, we have a full department who set the prices for the drugs. So the prices of the drug is always controlled. So their jobs are there for you. So next is research and development, very, very vast field. So in research and development again, come back to if you want to go for drug discovery, then you have to go for the chemistry. So chemistry is there, drug development, optimization, going for new synthetic routes, new polymorphs. I can tell you one example which you can correlate. Everybody knows thalidomide tragedy. सभी को पता है ना thalidomide tragedy हुई थी and teratogenic effect of the drug. But why that was there? किसी ने ये curiosity की हुई क्या थी? हुआ क्या था thalidomide? Anybody who can answer my question? थैलिडोमाइड में क्या हुआ था, जो कंपाउंड बना था उसका एक पॉलीमॉर्फ बन गया था। वो कंपाउंड की जब फॉर्मुलेशन बनी तो टेराटोजेनिक इफेक्ट है। जस्ट सी कितनी कैरेक्टराइजेशन चाहिए केमिस्ट्री में। जो कैरेक्टराइजेशन है उसकी पॉलीमॉर्फिक स्टडी में जाके थैलिडोमाइड का जब पता चला कि जो पॉलीमॉर्फ था वो गलत था, अगर अल्फा था तो वो बीटा होना चाहिए था, तो इसलिए इतना टेराटोजेनिक इफेक्ट है। तो ये केमिस्ट्री है which only leads to the new chemical entities. So without chemistry there are no parallel field these days. All fields are intermingled. अगर आप फार्मास्यूटिक्स की बात करो तो केमिस्ट्री आनी चाहिए आप फार्मास्यूटिक्स को भी डिफाइन करने के लिए आपको। तो सेकंड इज एनालिटिकल रिसर्च। दिस वाज नॉट अ सब्सिडियरी इन अर्लियर डेज, एक छोटी सी ब्रांच होती थी। नाउ इट इज अ फुल फ्लेज्ड एनालिटिकल डेवलपमेंट डिपार्टमेंट, क्योंकि आप बताओगे कैसे, हर चीज की आपको एनालिसिस करना है, इसलिए एनालिटिकल डिपार्टमेंट हैज बिकम द मेजर काउंटर पार्ट ऑफ योर फॉर्मुलेशन डिपार्टमेंट। देन क्लिनिकल रिसर्च, designing study plan for human studies, and then I wrote botany here because I take the folklore knowledge also. It is your pharmacognosy, phytochemical screening, isolation, identification, characterization, everything is here. Then is your dosage form design, that is your formulation, and our Indian pharmaceutical industry strength is there. And when I talk about dosage form design, I am not talking about 90s. We have a dosage form banani hai. It has become a very scientific field these days. And India is in formulation development, and it is a target product, it is a quality attribute. सब कुछ आपको पहले डिसाइड करना है. So you should have a strong knowledge. एक टैबलेट को ही प्रेस करना और उसके सारे क्वालिटी एट्रीब्यूट्स भी देखने हैं. तो इंडियन फार्मास्यूटिकल इंडस्ट्री जो है उसका फॉर्मुलेशन एंड डेवलपमेंट, वी आर नॉट R&D, वी आर इनटू फॉर्मुलेशन एंड डेवलपमेंट एंड देन गोइंग फॉर फॉर्मुलेशन डिजाइन. नेक्स्ट इज योर ड्रग कंट्रोल डिपार्टमेंट. एवरीबडी लाइक्स टू गो हियर, दैट इज ड्रग इंस्पेक्टर, एंड मिनिस्ट्रीज आर देयर, ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस आर देयर, ड्रग लैब्स आर देयर. सो मिनिस्ट्री फैमिली एंड हेल्थ वेलफेयर, इस मिनिस्ट्री के साथ बहुत सारे डिपार्टमेंट हैं, यू कैन हैव जॉब्स. ऑर्गेनाइजेशन मैंने आपको बताया, स्टडीस्को है, स्टेट ड्रग कंट्रोल डिपार्टमेंट है, और ड्रग लैब्स है जो गवर्नमेंट की लैब्स है, यहाँ पे ड्रग के एनालिसिस होते हैं वो सारी. और इंडिया में रिसर्च लैब्स है, जैसे रीजनल रिसर्च लैब जम्मू है, CDRI है. सो हियर जॉब्स आर देयर. देन नॉन गवर्नमेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, आई टोल्ड यू, vast number of opportunities. I was also not aware that job opportunities lies here also. When I talked to one NGO, then I came to know international organizations are working in India. So they have the destination India to see the public health. So very, very good organizations are there, and in India, these organizations are giving good jobs. Then academics. If you see in academics, it is teaching, I told you. Then college, university teachers, where you are today. Then think tanks, policy advisor groups are there. And then research agencies, those who fund, these are the government agencies who fund universities and colleges for the research. And here, I think your teachers must be applying for the funding in the university, and some of the teachers must have projects also. DST is there, Department of Science and Technology, CSIR, DSIR, ICMR, all these agencies, research agencies, they fund government and private colleges for research. And last is your practice. This is for my Form D students and for healthcare. And second is trade, that you always see in community. You have pharmacy shops with you, and there are two types of trading is there: domestic, that is retail and wholesaler, and international, that is import and export. But in healthcare, in community, Form D people have jobs in this. It is in hospital, clinical, pharmacoeconomics. This branch is coming up these days. Economics का मतलब हमें कैसे डिसाइड करना है, हमारे पास 10 पेशेंट आ गए, हमें कॉस्ट इफेक्टिवनेस कैसे देनी है उसको, भी आप ये चीज ले लो तो आपकी कॉस्ट इफेक्टिवनेस, सस्ती मेडिसिन कैसे देनी है. दिस ब्रांच इज द पॉइजन इंफॉर्मेशन सेंटर्स गवर्नमेंट हैज सेट अप, एंड नेशनल हेल्थ प्रोग्राम. अगर 4th ईयर के स्टूडेंट यहाँ पे हैं तो एक पब्लिक हेल्थ का मेरे को लगता है PCI हैज कम इनटू रोल नाउ. PCI हैज स्टार्टेड one more subject, that is social pharmacy under the umbrella of pharmacy practice. ये कोर्स इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया डिप्लोमा फर्स्ट ईयर में और शायद फाइनल ईयर में. और इस कोर्स का मतलब क्या है, आज तक हमें ही ये पता सोशल फार्मेसी मतलब आपने सोशल फार्मेसी को देखना कैसे है. एक तो कम्युनिटी है, एक सोशल एस्पेक्ट्स क्या है, क्योंकि मेडिसिन जो है वो किसी की बैकग्राउंड पे बहुत डिपेंड करती है. उस बंदे की सोशल कंडीशन क्या है, वो कैसी लेगा, और उसके लिए गोल्स कैसे है. और मैं जब आई एम राइटिंग दिस बुक, आई हैव ऑलरेडी कंप्लीटेड दिस बुक, आई केम टू नो देयर आर सोशल डेवलपमेंट गोल्स. 30 गोल्स है जिसपे इंडिया ने भी साइन किया है, एंड वी नीड टू कंप्लीट दीज गोल्स बाय 2030. I can tell you we are lacking in these goals. हम अपनी commitment पे नहीं हैं, but still Pharmacy Council of India has recognized this course. हमारी social relevance भी पता चलेगी इस course से, and pharmacist has to be there in this picture of doctor, patient, and we should play our role as pharmacists, and we should be at the front line. Like other health workers, I think this is our moral responsibility and social responsibility to show our presence now in pharmacy. So this is my last slide. Focus areas. This I always tell in my last slide, that what you should need. Two things are very, very essential. One is technical knowledge, जो आप करिकुलम पढ़ते रहते हो, ये तो आपको टेक्निकल कॉम्पिटेंसी देता है. सेकंड इज योर कम्युनिकेशन स्किल. दोनों में अगर एक भी लैकिंग है ना, यू वोंट लैंड अप इन गुड जॉब्स. तो इसलिए सिर्फ पढ़ना ही नहीं है, आपको अपनी कम्युनिकेशन स्किल को भी बढ़ाना है. दैट्स व्हाई आई ऑलवेज टेल स्टूडेंट शुड बी कॉट फ्रॉम द फर्स्ट ईयर ओनली, ताकि ये दोनों चीजें आपकी डेवलप हो. एक चीज से काम नहीं चलेगा. यू शुड प्रेजेंट योरसेल्फ. आप कैसे बात करते हो, आपका कम्युनिकेशन क्या है. इंग्लिश जरूरी नहीं है, बट दैट इज अवर मीडियम, सो यू हैव टू कीप इन माइंड I should be able to speak English and I have to be a good communicator. तो ये आपको सीखनी होगी बिकॉज इसके बिना आपके पास सॉल्यूशन नहीं है. तो टेक्निकल नॉलेज आप अपने कोर्सेज से लो, एट द सेम टाइम ट्राई टू ग्रूम योरसेल्फ. सेकंड इज ट्रेनिंग एंड इंटर्नशिप. Pharmacy sector is very conservative. Indian pharmaceutical industry is very conservative. They never come to institutes and they never take the students to industry. I think this is the gap, and we should, as seniors, we should address this gap and start training on paid basis. Students should get scholarships for that training so that they will get an interest in that. And third is your aptitude, that is your problem solving skills, that should be there with the students. I think with this I have given you details of what Indian pharmaceutical industry is doing, what are the jobs for you, what are the areas where jobs are there, and what we should strive for and which area should be focused. I think this is my answer. I don't claim it that I have written it solely. I have taken chapters from the people who are working in that field. You don't know everything of the field. We people know only a percentage of what we are doing. So I took chapters, I drafted those chapters, I compiled those chapters, and this exercise took almost 1.5 years. So this book I will request Dr. Arun Garg so that he can, I think, bring this book to your library also, and you should be able to see very, very detailed book in which it is written that what each department is doing and what are the job responsibilities of a pharmacist in that department. So when you know it, you should be able to face the interviews better, and secondly, you can, I think, you can select better for which field actually you need. So with this, I think I have taken a lot of your time. You must be feeling hungry also. It is your lunch time. So this is what I could actually share with you.